So North Wichita Home Tour is what we're going to be walking through today. We're out here in the Falcon Falls subdivision, kind of north of Wichita area. But before we get into all that, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, depending on what platform you're on. It really helps grow the channel and keep more of these videos and everything going to help you get to know Wichita. But today we're here at 5105 North Blackhawk Street in Wichita, Kansas, and it's in the Heights High School district, which is just north of here. So this one was built in '06, and it's one of the older houses in the area. There's still some new builds going on like down the street and to the south of here, but it's a really well-built home. It's got quality construction features with it, as opposed to like some of the older houses that break down and that kind of thing. But let's go ahead and start walking you through the home and give you an idea of what it's like. So if you want to follow me this way, we'll show you. I'm not going to do all that cheesy stuff that most realtors do. So this one's a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage. And it's 2,504 square feet, to give you an idea of it, which is $113 a square foot is where it's at. And something like this typically goes for anywhere from around $275,000 to $300,000, just to give you an idea ballpark wise of what you're getting. So right here, as you can tell, we got an open living room. So you can imagine having like your living room set here and then possibly a chair over there, maybe one in the corner, depending on how you want to lay it out. And it flows right into your dining room space with the tall vaulted open ceiling. And most of the paint colors have been updated to be more of a neutral, cool tone, like what a lot of people are liking these days. It's just kind of that neutral set for you to come in and apply your features to it as far as your furniture styles. Could need a little bit of updating as far as like the countertops and the backsplash go, but looks like the owners have painted the trim and redone the cabinets and the hardware. Appliances look fairly new as well. So it kind of gives you an idea of the flow and the layout of it all, which is a fairly common layout design of this style of home to be built in '06. Pretty good house for just starting out in Wichita on the north side of town if you're looking to go to Falcon Falls and Heights subdivision. We'll go outside and give you an idea of the backyards and the fence line and those kind of things. And typically when we're looking at these houses, we're going to be evaluating like the roof condition, the siding condition, the windows, like not just how pretty it is, but how good a shape is it all in. That's where the construction background really comes in to really know houses, not just be a pretty door opener. But just from what I can see visually, it looks like a lot of the siding's in really good shape. So you're not going to see a lot of deferred maintenance there. The deck could use a stain job and does look like it's sagging a little bit in the corner. Doesn't necessarily look like something that's going to fall apart, but it's something to be monitored over time for these kind of things. So these are definitely important things you want to take into account when it comes to evaluating the home you're buying, because really you make your money when you buy these things, not just like when you go to sell them. Making a smart purchase decision makes it a whole lot easier to sell it later when you buy a quality house that's in good shape, in a good location, good area, all those that come with it. And this one would qualify for that, being in Falcon Falls, which they're still building houses here. There's also close to Heights. You're really close to everything in North Wichita that has to offer. So that's a good piece of this home in particular that will continue to be desirable as the location to everything. So let's go ahead and go back inside. Let's go check out the garage, give people an idea of the garage. So this is the garage, which usually doesn't have a lot of pictures because people don't like to take pictures of the stuff that isn't pretty. But obviously it's pretty important. Like if you're doing a video walkthrough of these or in person, this is something we need to evaluate, is how much garage space you have and what's going on in here. So if you check out a few things about this one to take into account is that it's got tall ceilings if you want to put more storage in. Looks like they used to have a door here at some point where it was framed in, but they walled it off. And you do have a 220 volt hookup, whether you're trying to weld or like electric cars is a lot of what that's set up for now. Same thing with, you got a sprinkler system, and then this is your radon device that's already attached to the sump pump, which is a good sign because Kansas basements can have radon with them. So if you're not from here and you're not familiar with what that is, it's a noxious gas that comes out of the ground that isn't immediately health threatening, but it has been linked to cancer long-term. And in the event they do find it, you just install one of these devices like you see that just pumps the gas up out of the sump pump and out of the house. So it's not necessarily a huge deal and a huge threat, but it's good to know it's already taken care of on that. So that's a good sign there with that. But you can imagine fitting your cars in here, making sure your truck fits, because a lot of times these aren't deep enough for your truck, but this looks to be a fairly deep Garage, just trying to ballpark, yes, I'd imagine this is about 21 feet deep, which is usually what a standard garage is. Depth-wise, that may or may not be deep enough for your truck, depending on how big a truck you got. That gives you an idea of the garage size. So when you're working with us, that's something we're gonna evaluate like either over a video or in person, just making sure everything actually checks out well, doesn't just look good on everything. So we went through the main living space, went to the garage space. Let's go ahead and check out the bedrooms in the back. So on this one, you got 3 bedrooms up, and you got your first hall bath here with the full shower and vanity in there. You have vinyl flooring all the way throughout on this one, so no carpet anywhere, including the bedrooms. So if you're not a big carpet fan, this is a good house for you. So that's one of the main bathrooms. Then right when you come up, you have bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and then your primary bedroom here with dual closets. So gives you an idea of the size of the homes, size of the bedrooms and everything else you can fit within them, and an idea of the closet space and all that. So let's go ahead and check out the bathroom. So this would be your primary with your ensuite bathroom and shower. Idea of the space. They got the same shower setup as I do. That'll give you an idea of the size of everything. And now we'll go downstairs. So that's the 3-bed, 2-bath part upstairs. You have an additional 2 bedrooms and an additional bath downstairs. So this one's a view out basement. Gives you an idea of your backyard, where you can view out there, have the nice natural daylight coming out, but then you also have pretty good sized living room space all the way throughout here. And then additional storage underneath the stairwell here too. A good amount of space for all your kids to run around and play, or depending on what you want to do here with it, you just have another level down here with more space. And then 2 more additional good sized bedrooms down here. Not a lot to say about them really. The really thing I'm looking for when I check out these houses is is the basement moving? Is there any cracks in the walls? Is there any kind of foundational work that we need to be checking out for? Because as long as the foundation checks out, the roof checks out, the major mechanicals check out, those are the big ticket items you want to worry about when you're checking out houses. Some of the other smaller cosmetic things we can fix, but really we're looking for major structural issues when we come through and check these things out. So far I haven't seen anything, which is good. And then also the utility room is another area that's usually not photographed and known about. But whether we're looking at these in person over video, obviously we want to check out all the big important items. So that's right where your main water line comes in, over in the corner. We're not really seeing any leaks coming around where that comes in. I'm also not seeing any cracks or movement in the foundation, which is a solid sign. Your panel looks like it's all, from 06, which is a quality updated breaker, which you want to check out. If you want to put in more breakers, you could on everything. Laundry is also set up for down here, so you don't have main floor laundry, but that's not the end of the world on these type of things. And then over here you have your water softener system, which you don't have to have one of these since it's coming off of city water on everything, but it's usually a good idea if the water's kind of hard in the area and you like, a little bit cleaner water for the area. You also have a mana block on this one, which if you're not from here, around here, this is more of a manifold, so you can shut off each individual piece of the water lines of the house. So let's say your toilet goes out or a faucet goes out, you can shut off the water just to that area, and you don't have to shut off the water to the entire house. So you do have a little bit of corrosion up here at the top, which again isn't the end of the world, but it's something to be monitored and keep an eye on so that fitting doesn't fail on it all. So that's where it's kind of like a lot of these things you'll get a thorough evaluation of the house visually, but obviously we can't test anything, because we're a conflict of interest where we have to have an inspector come in and test it all and make sure it's working like it's supposed to. You can't really tamper or mess with anything that's going on, but at least we can visually see what's going on with things. Sump pump as well, if you're not from Kansas, we have these. It helps get the water out of the house when it rains, so that when it needs to go somewhere, it gets pumped up out of the house. And then same thing with the radon mitigation system that's in there as well. Looks like the furnace and the AC have all been in fairly good condition. I'm not quite sure the age of them, but again, that's where the inspector will test them, and also why you really want to get a home warranty to protect for any of those systems going out with everything. We recommend getting one on every house, whether the seller buys one or you pay one for yourself. they also have multi-year plans that can kind of help on affordability with those kind of things too. So that's pretty much it for the utility room. If there's anything else you want to check out, like let me know. That's where we do these interactively when we're showing a house, whether that be like in person or over video. You know, I'm kind of walking you through right now, but I really want this to be a conversation with you, not just walk and talk. Just for the sake of this video, that's what we're doing. So that gives you an idea of what a home in North Wichita is, specifically the Falcon Falls subdivision. If you're looking to be in the Heights School District, this one applies. And this gives a pretty good idea of what the houses are like in Falcon Falls around the Heights High School District. Appreciate you watching as always. If there's anything I can help you with, find some of my links below. Call me, text me, whichever way you want to get a hold of me. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Appreciate you watching as always. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.